Wesley,
Yeah.
if you had to pick one moment from the MCU, your favorite moment, the moment that you rewatch over and over again, what would it be and why?
The snap.
Oh, Thanos' snap.
Yes.
Oh. Why?
Mostly because of this was anticipated. This was built up from like
The first Avengers.
the first Avengers
With the head turn.
And seeing Guardians of the Galaxy and then him saying like fine, I'll do it myself. And even that one scene of the Collector saying 1 down, 5 to go. It's just like, are we getting that?
Yeah.
Are we gonna get Infinity War? I mean, it wasn't as grand as the comics, but at least we got something.
Yeah, and you could argue Infinity War is pretty much Thanos' story.
Thanos' story, yeah.
Because he gets the most screen time than the heroes.
You and me honestly thought this was going to take like 2 movies. Like,
well, the
first movie he would collect the 3 stones, and then the next movie he would collect the other 3 stones.
I didn't know they would have the balls for him to literally
straight up, yeah,
snap his fingers and that's it.
And also due to the fact that you don't often see it, but I do like a story where the villain wins. Mostly due to the fact that realistically, apart from the monologue and apart from taking forever to push the button, realistically, the villain should win.
Yeah.
But there's always something that just so happens to make the heroes have the upper hand.
You kind of agree what Thanos is trying to do, and you kind of like the way he speaks and the way like he pronounces things, like it's so calmly, and you kind of just like not fall in love, but you kind of like, I want to listen to this guy more.
You kind of agree with him.
Yeah.
And I feel like most, if not all, great villains, you do kind of agree where they're coming from.
So why do you like the snap scene itself?
Because the villain wins. Because like I said, it does happen, but not a lot of times where the villain does win.
Yeah. Alright. For me, if I had to pick one moment from the MCU that I love, it would be the 3 Spider-Man talking in the Statue of Liberty.
Oh, yeah.
This was so good to watch. You're pretty much seeing all 3 Spider-Men just talking about random stuff.
Not even random stuff. It's scenarios that technically all of them have.
Yeah, like they talk about like web shooters and the fact that Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man
doesn't have a web shooter.
It just comes out of his wrist.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they talk about like Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man talks about like he had to make it in a lab and it's a hassle to do.
And then
it was a like web block.
And then Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man was just like, I don't know what that is, but I remember having a web block too, and it's just like they're talking about similar things.
And then even like with at the beginning, like they're talking about like Andrew Garfield was talking about like how Max, like he was such a nice dude, but then he fell into a pit of electric eels and it became Electro.
Yeah.
And then Tobey Maguire talks about like he's got like a sore back for all the swinging.
Yeah.
And then Andrew Garfield just gives him like a hug back massage and it fixes it. And then Tom Holland Spider-Man says, So what kind of villains have you faced? And then it's like, oh, I guess you met some of them. And then Tom Maguire's like, I'm an alien that was made of black goo. And then Tom Holland Spider-Man's like, oh, I'm an alien from Earth and space. And then Tom Maguire's like, oh, I'm shocked that you said you just went to space. And then Andrew Garfield being the left one out, it's like, I'm lame. I fought a Russian guy in a robotic rhino suit.
Yeah, and then Tom Maguire's just like, can we go back to the fact that you said you were lame? No, you're not. You're awesome. You're amazing, man.
Yeah, no pun intended. You're amazing. And he's like, yes, I know I'm amazing. I just wanted someone to say that. And then when they sense danger, they just get ready to fight. Yeah. And I just thought that was great. And the thing is, it's fan service, but it's done so well.
Yes.
Because 2007 was when Spider-Man 3 came out, and that was the last time we saw Tobey Maguire in the Spider-Man costume.
Yeah.
And then 2014 was the last time Andrew Garfield was in his suit. Because it's a different suit that he has in the first movie. So there's a big gap, because we could have got Spider-Man 4, we could have got Amazing Spider-Man 3, but those films were cancelled, so there was another reboot.
Yeah.
But to see them again in this movie was so good, and the fact that they're just talking, like they're just having random conversations, is so good, and it was just one of the best parts of that movie.
Yeah.
So, yeah, nothing much to say except we just told you what our one favorite moment is from the MCU. So, with that being said, Excelsior!
True believers.